Okay. This is a parabola. Any parabola is a transformation of the x squared function by vertical, horizontal shifts and vertical stretches. Okay? Vertical stretch has to be done before the other two. Actually, it just has to be done before the vertical shift, but we just do the stretches first. Okay? Just get in the habit so you don't have to worry about why. Okay? To get from this graph to this graph requires no vertical stretch. Okay? And the reason is because you got 1 in front of x squared, and the vertical stretch is just whatever number is in front of x squared. Okay? So, vertical stretch is A. There's no vertical stretch because vertical stretch means you move everything 1 times as far from the x-axis. What's 1 times as far? What's 1 times anything? It's the same thing, right? So for any point on this graph, the vertical stretch doesn't take it anywhere. You multiply its distance from the x-axis by 1 and you get the same distance. Okay? So, you follow the process that I gave you for homework, that you're going to need to, if you didn't get this, I want you to redo it and hand it in. I'll give you a little penalty, but you get substantial credit if you get it, okay? Most people didn't do this. And some people that did it didn't get the vertical stretch right. They pretty much got the other stuff, I think. Not sure I saw anything with the right vertical stretch on it. But that's a little tricky, so we can come back to that later. Okay, so we got some points here. Now, we've got to shift these points. Like, in particular, we've got to shift the vertex. We've got to shift it down 10 units and 2 units to the left, right? So,
yeah, I'll wear my duck shoes and my Michigan socks.
the vertex shifts from 0, 0 to -2, -10. Quadratic formula and all the things that followed we talked about last time ensure that. And this is not difficult. You just got to practice it a few times and it'll start making sense to you, okay? And if you've done it, it's probably starting to make sense to you. Maybe it already makes perfect sense. Okay, so vertex shifts from 0, 0 to -10. That means shift -2 in the x direction, then -10 in the y direction. How do you do that? Well, you figure out where -10 is. Shift -10. You figure out where -2 is. And you shift -2, and there's your vertex. Okay? Every other point has exactly the same shifts. So if that's -10 and that's -2, then you're going to take this point and put the -10 on it, and the -2, and you're going to do the same thing for this point, and for point. It's going to give you this point and this point and this point. And then you do the same thing for these points. Now it's going to get a little sloppy, so I kind of dotted line the points, but okay, I didn't do a real good job of that, that's what should have done. So anyhow, you connect the resulting points. And there's your graph. And, importantly, the equation becomes y equals x squared minus 10 from the vertical shift. Then y equals x minus 2 squared minus 10. Explained that first thing last time. Okay? If you don't understand that, go back and review it. Or look in their text, which I think I have lying over on the printer, and we'll bring back to it in a minute. Okay? Well, that means that this is one way to express the function. And this is another way to express the function, and they should be the same. Okay? So, while I'm gone, I want you to first show that they're the same by expanding this square and simplifying this. And if what I've written is correct, it'll simplify and give you this. Okay? You can square this by multiplying x minus 2 times x minus 2 using the distributive law. Then you subtract 10. I think you're going to get that. And this is the full circle process. One of the things I expected for homework. Okay? That's it. Now, then, if you get that expanded, show that, go ahead and finish working the thing out for your function, the one you started with today. Okay? If you get this down, that's a good day's work. And I'm going to run over. Hopefully this will be on the printer, and we'll be able to give it to you.